When I first started making videos professionally, I never knew what to call myself. I sure never did call myself a videographer. That term always seemed almost derogatory. It's kinda icky, isn't it? Kind of smells of low pay, low skill work. And I ain't about that life. What I wanted to be was a filmmaker, but can you really call yourself that unless you actually make films? Well, since then I started a production company, started delegating more stuff, and today I can proudly call myself a filmmaker because that's exactly what I do. In the past year I made 3 films, 1 fictional that you can learn about here, and 2 corporate documentaries, which is exactly what I want to talk to you about today. This is going to be a 3-part series. This is the first part where I'll tell you how I landed those gigs. In the second part, I'll tell you all about the production of those films, and the third part is already out, and it's all about structuring your post-production workflow and surviving the long and tedious edit. Look for it on the end card of this video. And now let's stop making videos and start making films. Hold on, what's the difference? What makes a film and video a video? Well, for starters, it's definitely not about the length. You can have a 5-minute film or a 30-minute video. That's not the point. A film is defined by a story, which in turn is defined by a hero in some kind of conflict. Somebody wants something, goes on a journey to get it, and is changed by the experience in the end. They pay the price for their ambition. That's the most basic, most primitive shape of any story that's been told since time immemorial. And it's because of the storytelling that film has the potential to be way more impactful than any video. Films deal in ideas, beliefs, concepts. And as such, a film is always about something. And for a film to be a film, it requires both. It must have a story, but that story also must mean something. It must have a theme, it must be about some idea. Alright, that's all well and good, but how do you actually pitch that to a client? Especially if you've never made a corporate film before. Clients usually request a video for a very specific purpose, and they're not likely to blow their marketing budget on some kind of art project. So it's your job to convince them that they have a powerful story on their hands that needs to be told, and that will benefit them by being told. In my experience, there are 2 ways to go about it. You can either pitch your existing client an idea for a corporate film, or you can convert an incoming lead from a video into a film project. And I'll share my experience with both, starting with the latter. Last summer we were approached by a client to make a video. The client was this big award in the restaurant industry that was about to go on its 10th year anniversary tour. They would hold award ceremonies in all the major cities around the country, and then it would culminate in one big nationwide award ceremony that would celebrate best restaurants in the country. So what the brief was, what they actually asked for, was just a 5-minute video that would open this big 10th year anniversary ceremony. So basically a B-roll montage that would highlight how the ceremony has grown over the years and how big a deal it was. And that's when I thought, hey, we're gonna be traveling with you anyway, so why not shoot some BTS stuff about the team and how they prep the show? And while we're at it, why not tell the whole story? If it's a 10-year anniversary, let's talk to the founder about how the whole thing started. Let's use this opportunity to tell the whole story. And let's make it personal, because an award show can't be a hero. A hero must be a person. And so that's what we pitched, to tell the story of the award through the story of its founder. How she wanted to make the biggest and most prestigious restaurant award in the country and made it, despite doubters and haters, which were plenty on her path. And of course we made some research beforehand, just to make sure that there actually is a story to tell. And so the pitch was well received, the job grew in scope and budget, and it all went well in the end. But the key to the pitch was this: hey, you are going to have 1,000 people, the best of the best from the restaurant industry, sitting there full attention in front of a huge screen. You have an opportunity to turn them from just spectators into believers, to to build your brand through storytelling, to show them that there are in fact people behind their word, real people with hopes and dreams. Or would you rather just show them a flashy montage that they will forget in a matter of minutes? And when you put it like that, the choice is obvious because the value is obvious. And that's how we got greenlit on this project. Okay, so the second option is to pitch a film idea to your existing client. For the last year we've been working with this great client, a big consulting agency. We made some New Year's stuff for them, some content for their YouTube channel, and since we wrapped up with the award documentary, we decided to pitch them a film idea. What's interesting about them is that they have perfect gender parity in their company, and the board of directors is actually slightly female dominant, and that's pretty rare in consulting business. Another fun coincidence is that I did a lot of work for a non-profit organization that supports female entrepreneurship. They were actually my first ever paying clients, so I was well versed in the subject matter of female leadership, women in business, and stuff like that. So we decided to put 2 and 2 together and make a film about women in consulting. What unique challenges they face, any discrimination they might have encountered, how they juggle professional and family lives, how they deal with stress. But here's a pitfall to be wary of. Wouldn't it be cool is not a pitch. Even if it would be cool, it doesn't answer the question, why do we need this? Why should we spend time, money and effort to make this film? What's in it for us? That's the question you need to answer to make a sale. So we framed the film as a part of branding campaign aimed at growing the HR brand. Let's position this company as a progressive, modern consulting agency that is the best place to work at for women in consulting. And the campaign would include articles, social media stuff, industry awards, and the film would be spearheading the whole thing. And guess what? They were thrilled by the idea and gave us the green light almost immediately. So the takeaway here is to package the film as the part of bigger effort to build a brand. And that is valuable to a company. Because branding they understand, filmmaking not so much. So it's up to you to connect the dots for them. Corporate docs can be a great way to level up in the industry. And that means bigger gigs, more money, more clients, more potential for awards and recognition. But it's also more work, longer project cycles, more back and forth, and a whole lot of producing, which is a whole different ballgame altogether.
The more money you make, the more problems you get. That's something that comes with the territory, man.
But ultimately, a film is more powerful than a video. A film can change minds, instill beliefs, it can communicate values. It engages the audience at an intellectual and hopefully an emotional level and leaves a lasting impression. Unless, of course, your film sucks.
Just bounce, 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 bounce. Now all the ladies saying bounce, 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 bounce. What do you say, sexy?
I'm out.
So you have to sell them on it. But winning the pitch is only half the battle. Because after that you actually have to deliver the film, which easier said than done. But luckily I have a video about that too. It's in the oven.